Alright, what's up, agents? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome back to the Division 2. We have a lot of meta builds in the Division, and I'm not going to lie to you, this is pretty much one of them. But like the title says, one man army build, this does just that. You can play solo or in a team, deal enough damage, and get enough healing back to keep yourself alive and fly through hero content with ease. You could probably take this into escalation, which is something that I'll be doing next. But I know that there's a lot of players that stay with challenging. I did for the longest time. Put the right build together, you'll be able to melt the enemies. So let's go ahead and break it down. With the returning Caduceus from the Division 1 and the changes to the talent, I had to try to pair it up with my favorite build of all time, Striker, which I did make some adjustments to. Not that you knew what it was previously, but one thing was the St. Elmo's engine was my go-to weapon for such a long time. But thanks to the talent on this, I've swapped, and also I must say, this is a very comfortable, accurate, hard-hitting weapon. So it is a joy to use. But the talent we have on it here is Caduceus. Critical hits repair you and your allies for 3% of the hits dealt damage. The one thing I wish I could change is this damage to targets out of cover on the bottom attribute. So I recommend you put critical hit damage there. Since I've already optimized it and added some expertise levels, I'm not changing this one, but I will change the next one I get off the season pass. Secondary weapon is the Stack Broker with Brazen. Not everybody will have the Stack Broker, so any variant of the ACS-12 shotgun will work. Lefty, rock and roll, or just an ACS-12, and then you can re-roll it and put what talent on it you feel comfortable with. You can farm for them in Countdown or the Summit. Just make sure you put your targeted loot to shotguns. Sidearm is the quick step with swap speed because I'm simply swapping to the weapon so I can run faster or back to my primary. Then you will need 4 pieces of Striker's battle gear. No, you do not need prototype gear, but because I have some, I'm going to use it. Each piece is rolled with weapon damage, critical hit damage, and critical hit chance. I'm sure you all know what Striker does by now. I will leave this up for a second here. Pause the video if you need to read it. But essentially, to make it short and sweet, it is a damage build. We're going to be using the backpack so that we have the risk management talent for extra stacks. Gloves, like I said, you don't need prototype. I've got green ones on here. Here are the knee pads. And then we're going to be using 2 pieces of unit alloy. These two things go hand in hand. The synergy is off the charts. The equalizer chest piece with perfect obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 24 times, giving you an additional 24% weapon damage. And those critical hits that you're dealing extra damage with are also healing you and your group at the same time. So it's perfect. Now, if you pair that up with the Salvo holster, which is also unit alloy, with the rate of fire, you're getting an additional 10% rate of fire instead of 5, and an additional 20% assault rifle damage. For your skills, I've chosen to go with the Reviver Hive so that whether I'm solo or in a team, if I do go down, I can pick myself up. And for the first time ever, I've swapped out my Striker drone for the Fixer drone. It has a 4.2-second cooldown and will add to your health that you receive when you're dealing damage with the Caduceus and healing yourself. So extra heals can't go wrong. You do enough damage with the weapons themselves that you really don't need it, but change it as you will. Please remember that all build videos are simply a template for you to build off of. Change things if you want to, or simply copy and paste them if you are happy with the outcome. Specialization is the gunner. Do not forget to spec into assault rifle damage and shotgun damage. You don't want to lose out on the extra weapon damage you get from those from the attributes. If you are actually curious as to why I chose a gunner, we'll quickly go up here and I will show you. Then there will be some live commentary gameplay of me taking down a heroic control point just to give you a little taste of what the build can do in action. So down here, generate 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. Party members recover 5%, so you don't have to run to the ammo box all that often. Sorry. An extra 10% weapon handling whenever you're behind cover. We've got some pulse resistance. We've got rate of fire increases by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. We'll go up to the top here. Every third reload is 50% faster. Killing an enemy grants 10% armor, which is more healing. So for me, this is my go-to specialization. So there you have it. There is the build. Now I'll leave you with the gameplay. Like I said, if you have any thoughts or suggestions on what you would change, please leave them in the comment section. Other than that, if you could be so kind and drop a like on the video, that's much appreciated. Consider subscribing for more Division 2 and Resurgence content. Would love to hit the 25,000 goal. Links for Twitter, Discord, all the good stuff are down in the description. And enjoy the gameplay. I'll see you in the next video, agents. Alright. So, like I said, I would show you the build in-game. We're going to take over a control point. And we're going to run into enemies all along the way. So, there's my fixer. These guys are nothing. I am on heroic with Fog of War on. Oh, she's still alive. I really hate the guy on the minigun, you know that? Like I was saying at the beginning part of the video, I do wish I could change the critical hit damage part of the build on the weapon itself. I do not want him out there. Because I'll still be dealing a decent amount of damage out. Let me get a little closer here. Send me a little Tonka truck, or oh, you bugger. Where's the Grenadier? Where's that coming from? Oh, are they down the road too? Medic? Nope. I need to get rid of her.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
I'm quite a fan of how all of these critical hits heal you. I'm getting hit from down the road too. Alright, that's just not fair. Push up a little bit just to get out of somebody's line of sight. There we go, boss is dead. I can't really see them, sorry, I missed a couple of shots there. And are they still shooting me from down the road? There is a big guy down the road, okay. Scared the crap out of me, lady. Okay.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
And with Gunner, I technically don't have to go and grab ammo, but we will. Also, like I mentioned earlier, you could change out the drone if you want an attack drone, but I figured the extra healing would be helpful on higher difficulty. to pair up with the healing I'm getting from the weapon, and I am dishing out enough damage to keep myself alive. Some situations you might have to play a little bit more careful, but that's how it is in the Division 2 on any given day. Anyhow, right? So, looks like they are fighting down the road. The one thing that, you know, my favorite weapon is St. Elmo's Engine by a long shot, but the reason why I like the Caduceus as much as I do is it is so easy to control. And with the 2 pieces of unit alloy giving it that extra bit of rate of fire, it's like it's just enough to be not too slow.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
And I can shoot at a pace where everything feels accurate. Hopefully that all makes sense to you. Does me.
Hostile broadcast detected.
And there we go. Can I get this thing? Ah. I did shoot the grenade out of the air for the challenge way back when. Guess I'm a little rusty. So there's still somebody down here, but hopefully you get the gist of what this build can do for you. And please remember that any build video is simply a template for you to build off of. Right? So if there's something you feel, oh no, I don't want that there, I would change it to this. By all means, go ahead and change up whatever you think you need to change up to make your build better for you. Sorry, I saw that I'm maxed out on materials. We can't have that. Right? Gotta donate to the expertise.
Supply room access unlocked. Hostile broadcast
So,
picked up.
there you go. I didn't want to make the video super long by adding in a full-blown mission. I thought that a heroic control point would suffice. You could see what, you know, this can do. Everybody knows Striker is just an incredible set. There is another one that I am working on, and it has to do with a weapon, another build video I should say to be specific. With a weapon that I've always liked but never particularly used, and that is the backfire. And there's your little hint. So that's something I'm working on next, but for now, since we have the expertise surge up for the week, so depending on when you watch this, you know, it might not be available. I will be working on getting my expertise ranks increased over the course of this week, but for now, this is the setup. Hopefully Striker will come into the mix. I can replace these gloves for prototype, but again, like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't have to have prototype gear. You'll get enough healing and damage from the weapon and the build itself. So, but if there's anything that you would make a change to, leave it in the comment section. I'm always open to suggestions and feedback. It's very much appreciated. Other than that, if you could be so kind and drop a like on the video, that would be greatly appreciated as well, especially for the algorithm. If you're new, please consider subscribing for more Division 2 content and Resurgence content. We do have a new update with that game coming up in case you are still curious about Resurgence. I know a lot of people have kind of gotten bored with it, but I still have fun jumping on for, you know, an hour or so each day. Stay tuned for that. Links for Twitter, Discord, all the good stuff are down in the description, and I'll see you agents in the next video.